Good morning, I'm David Combe with the CBS AM Debrief. It's Tuesday the 1st of February, and how did we end up finishing out January of the first month of 2011? Well, it's been the best January for the Dow since 1997. We're finishing the month up 2.7%. Market's certainly been a bit all over the place with this problem in Egypt and Hosni Mubarak refusing to step down. However, that does look like perhaps we're not going to see a civil war there, and the army have indicated that they won't be going in and hurting the population there. So just how that works itself out remains to be seen, but certainly the US markets up strongly. Europe was a little bit of a mixed bag. We did see Brent crude top $100. Now, Brent is going into diminished supply, which has seen it get pushed up. It's also quite a heavy oil, and it's relatively somewhat more expensive to refine than West Texas. I guess the reason people are looking at that is that a portent to what West Texas crude might want to catch up there. And obviously West Texas at $100 a barrel is a little bit of a concern. Overall, US dollar weakness saw commodities continue to move up. Copper moved up strongly on the back of the traditionally on the China New Year effect, and wheat and some of the other stocks were up as well. Gold we saw come off. It seemed to be getting a fairly steady stream of sellers coming out of the SPDR exchange-traded fund there and moving money out of gold into commodities and equities. And that's pretty clear to see in the US equity markets. So let's go and have a look at the exact numbers now. Dow up 0.58%, S&P 500 up a little bit stronger, reflecting a broader sweep across the 500 companies there it represents, and then Nasdaq up just under 0.5%. Toronto up pretty well there, 0.85, Mexico 0.29, and Brazil down 0.18. In Europe, let's move that out of the way, the FTSE down 0.31, CAC up 0.08, and the DAX down 0.36. To our region, the futures locally for our SPI 200 are suggesting a rise of 12 points. We certainly think here that a break below 47.20 would be something to watch for, and potentially a scenario to see a further leg down. But in light of what is going on elsewhere, I think at this stage that's a little bit unlikely, at least in the short term. And so we're seeing a rise here, albeit a pretty tepid one. Hang Seng down 222, and the Nikkei suggested open up 20. Let's have a look at the commodities. Okay, so yes, as mentioned, Brent above 100 here, still trading at that $165.65. Natural gas up 2.24, so a pretty strong move there, and of course crude up 3.08. In the SOPs, really the only fallers were coffee, down just 0.08%, and wool off 0.69 to $11.55 per kilo. Out of that, just picking out the big movers, rough rice 3.33%, big strong move there. Cotton 2.24, and corn 2.41%. The rest of those figures you can probably see. Copper, as mentioned, normally getting this China New Year effect, and that's seeing it at $4.44.65. Gold, as mentioned, coming off here down $10.30 to $1,331.40, and silver $27.99, up 0.25. Currency pairs, overall US dollar weakness as mentioned. So euro buying a bit more here, 96 points up to 1.3687. Pound buying 1.6013, and the yen buying the US dollar buying 82.0843 yen, and the Aussie buying 99.67 US dollars, and the US dollar buying 1.0013 Canadian, and the US dollar buying 0.9444 Canadian dollars. Let's have a look at our Falcon. Actually, no, let's go to our calendar here. So I've got a bit of data out here already. Canadian GDP numbers in a little bit better than expected. Expectations 0.3, we've got 0.4. So yeah, reasonably positive there for North America. Some other numbers out of the US here that printing on or around expectations. Personal spending here for December up at 0.7% versus 0.5 and 0.3 previously. So nothing spectacular, but reasonably encouraging nonetheless. I've got some consumer confidence numbers out of the UK. You'd be expecting a negative print there. House prices index out at 11:30, and of course we've got the RBA decision out at 2:30 this afternoon. And no expectations for a change there. 4.75 is the consensus figure. Then going through to some more house prices out of the UK, retail sales out of Switzerland, unemployment out of Germany, and that runs us through to some US ISM manufacturing data out for January, and that pretty much covers the economic calendar there for this Tuesday. Let's have a look at the Falcon Trader. One thing that I have been looking at and suggesting to a couple of people that might be worth a look at is Medusa. Now it is primarily a gold stock, but we have seen it get sold off quite aggressively here after it rallied up to nearly $8. It's now below $7. I'll just move this out of the way at $6.70 it last traded. So it seemed to come down and find some support at the bottom of this previous level of consolidation and then move up quite strongly yesterday on that down day. So a bit of support from gold prices would help here, and we haven't got that. But I'm actually quite like the look of this. Obviously we could have a stop loss below this level here, and if we hit that, we know we're wrong, and out we go. But otherwise, if we continue to see some strength here, we might see $1 out of that in reasonably short order, and certainly it ranks very highly by the Vector system for value, safety and timing. Further to that, I know one of the brokers, I think it was Wilson's, put out a very bullish research note on it yesterday with a buy recommendation on it. So for what all that's worth, one to look at there. Now I want to move on here to the US dollar index, just have a look at that, see where that's trading. Okay, so just trying to squeeze this up a bit. So that looks like that fall last night that we had, the reddish candle back down to this on the Fibonacci pull from this strong AB move up. We've got a retracement right on this 5.0 Fibonacci level here where it seems to be finding a bit of support. But right now that not sure if that's going to hold, because clearly the trend at the moment does seem to be down. So we'll see what happens there. Not really going to look at anything else here that stands out right now. So I think I'll leave it at that, and wish everyone a good Tuesday, happy trading, and till we speak again, bye for now.